Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real Talk podcast. I'm Olivia, and today I'm here with my good friend, Michael.
Hi, Olivia. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you, Michael. Today, we are going to discuss something very real and close to our everyday lives: the importance of spending time alone and understanding the value of solitude.
Oh, yes, Olivia. That's a topic many people overlook. I think so often we forget how beneficial a little alone time can be.
Exactly, Michael. And listeners, we ask you to pay close attention because today's episode can give you insights that may really improve your daily life.
I agree. Even a short moment alone can help clear your mind and reset your energy.
Yes, and sometimes just sitting quietly without any distractions can be more productive than constantly being around people or noise.
I remember, Olivia, the first time I spent an entire afternoon alone without my phone, I was kind of nervous.
Nervous? Why?
Nervous about facing my own thoughts. But after a while, it was surprisingly refreshing. I noticed small details around me: the birds, the wind, even my own breathing. It was calming.
I know exactly what you mean. That's the magic of solitude. It gives you space to think, reflect, and reconnect with yourself.
And Olivia, it also helps us understand what we really want. Without distractions, our minds become much clearer.
Yes, listeners, that's important. Alone time is not wasted time. It's an investment in your mental clarity, creativity, and emotional health.
Right. And I think it's important to point out that being alone also builds independence.
True. When we're comfortable alone, we don't rely on others for constant reassurance. We learn to enjoy our own company.
Exactly. And sometimes being alone sparks creativity in ways nothing else can.
Yes, some of the most creative moments happen in quiet moments when we are just thinking or reflecting.
Even daily problems are easier to solve when we take a step back and give our minds space.
Right, Michael. That's why this topic is so important. Solitude is not loneliness. It's a chance to grow, reflect, and recharge.
One thing I noticed is that when we spend time alone, we can really focus without constant distractions.
Yes, I feel the same. I like spending a few hours on weekends just thinking or journaling. It makes me feel more organized and calm. Listeners, you can do the same. Even 10 minutes a day in a quiet spot can help you reflect and reset.
I remember last week, Olivia, I sat alone in a small cafe with my notebook. Writing down my goals helped me feel much more focused.
And alone time also improves emotional clarity. When we step back, we can understand why we feel stressed or anxious.
Exactly. I had a disagreement with a friend recently. Walking alone for a while helped me see the situation more clearly, and I could approach them calmly later.
That's a perfect example. Alone time helps process feelings and make better decisions.
It also builds self awareness. We notice habits and thoughts and patterns we didn't pay attention to before.
For example, I realized I often procrastinate in the mornings. Alone time helped me find ways to structure my day better.
I also noticed it teaches patience. Life moves fast, but when you're alone, you slow down and think clearly.
Yes, silence can be uncomfortable at first, but it often leads to the best solutions.
And Olivia, creativity improves too. Alone time allows our minds to explore ideas freely.
Exactly. Some of my best ideas came from quiet moments, reading, walking, or just thinking.
Even small, everyday problems get solved faster when we give our minds space.
And listeners, don't think you need hours. Even 10 or 15 minutes can make a difference.
I also feel that alone time strengthens confidence. When we enjoy our own company, we depend less on others for constant validation.
Yes, Michael, and independence naturally grows when we are comfortable with ourselves.
A small tip: schedule short, quiet moments daily, during breakfast, a walk, or before bed.
Little by little, it becomes a habit, and you'll see improvements in focus, emotional balance, creativity, and relationships. Michael, I've noticed that alone time really helps us understand our priorities. Life can get so busy with work, friends, and endless notifications that we forget what truly matters.
I completely agree, Olivia. Last week I felt overwhelmed, so I decided to spend an evening alone. No phone, no emails, just me and my thoughts.
And how did it feel?
Honestly, at first, a little awkward, but after a while, I saw clearly what I should focus on first, and it was incredibly calming.
Yes, that's the beauty of it. Alone time isn't wasted time. It's like pressing a reset button for your mind.
And it also affects our relationships positively. When we're less reactive, we communicate better with friends and family.
Exactly. I remember a disagreement I had recently. After taking some time alone to reflect, I was able to talk calmly and resolve it without unnecessary tension.
Yes, and it builds self awareness too. We notice habits and reactions we didn't see before.
For example, I realized I often avoid tasks because I feel nervous about failure. Alone time helped me plan better and take small steps to overcome that.
It also teaches patience. We stop expecting everything instantly and learn to sit with our thoughts without frustration.
Right. Silence may feel strange initially, but it allows us to process things deeply.
And it sparks creativity. Some of the best ideas come when we're alone, whether it's walking, reading, or just sitting quietly.
Exactly. Even small daily problems become easier to solve when we think in peace.
And Olivia, another point, alone time strengthens confidence. We become less dependent on others for approval.
Yes, Michael, when we're comfortable with ourselves, independence and self confidence grow naturally.
Listeners, even a short moment of solitude every day during breakfast, a walk, or before bed can start to make a difference.
Little by little, this becomes a habit that improves focus, emotional balance, creativity, and even relationships. Let's talk about practical ways to include alone time in our busy lives.
Good idea. I think even small adjustments can make a huge difference. For instance, listening to music while walking alone can be a form of reflection.
Yes, or journaling for a few minutes each day. Just write down thoughts, feelings, or goals. You'll be surprised how much clarity it brings.
I do that sometimes, Olivia, and sometimes I just sit with a cup of tea and think. No phone, no distractions. It's amazing how simple that is and yet so effective.
Absolutely. And even daily chores can become quiet reflection time. Cooking, cleaning, or walking the dog, all moments to be present with your thoughts.
I never thought of that. So, even mundane tasks can double as alone time if we focus our mind.
Exactly. And listeners, this is important. You don't need long hours. Even 10 minutes consistently helps your mind reset and recharge.
And Olivia, another point, technology doesn't have to be the enemy. Setting your phone to do not disturb or turning off notifications during alone time can make a huge difference.
Yes. And also, using short guided meditations or listening to relaxing sounds can support your reflection moments.
I like that. Even just a few minutes of deep breathing can calm the mind and prepare you for challenges ahead.
Exactly. And when we practice these small habits consistently, we naturally improve emotional intelligence, focus, and creativity.
And Olivia, another subtle benefit, we start noticing the little things in life we often overlook. Birds singing, the smell of coffee, or a brief conversation that we didn't fully appreciate before.
Yes. Alone time teaches mindfulness. It helps us slow down and savor the moment instead of rushing through life.
And it also makes social interactions better. When we recharge alone, we're more patient, attentive, and present with others.
Exactly, Michael. It's like filling your own cup before sharing with others.
Listeners, I highly recommend starting today, even 5 minutes, really focusing on yourself, noticing your thoughts. It all adds up.
Michael, some listeners might worry that too much alone time could make them isolated. What's your take on that?
Good point. It's about balance. Alone time is for reflection and recharging, not escaping from life.
Yes, exactly. We still need social interactions, but solitude gives us the strength and clarity to make those interactions more meaningful.
For example, after a quiet morning, thinking, I feel more patient and attentive when I meet friends or colleagues.
Yes, it's like recharging a battery. Alone time fuels our energy to give attention and care in our relationships.
And Olivia, sometimes we discover interests or hobbies we didn't know we had during quiet moments.
Absolutely. Maybe it's reading, drawing, learning a new skill, or even just appreciating small moments.
Exactly. And when we integrate this into our routine, we feel more grounded, focused, and confident.
Listeners, the key takeaway is this: spend time alone intentionally, reflect, and notice your thoughts. It will improve your life in ways you might not expect.
And remember, it doesn't have to be long. Even small, consistent practices make a big impact.
Yes, alone time is not a luxury. It's a daily habit that strengthens your mind, emotions, and life balance. Michael, I know some people feel anxious or bored when they spend time alone. What do you think causes that?
Oh, yes, Olivia, it's very common. Our brains are used to constant stimulation, phones, social media, meetings. Sitting quietly can feel unusual at first.
Exactly. And sometimes we panic a little, thinking we should do something instead of just being.
Huh, that's true. The first few minutes are often awkward, but if you stick with it, it becomes relaxing and even enjoyable.
Yes. For example, I started with just 5 minutes in the morning, sitting with my coffee and observing the world outside my window. That simple practice made a big difference in my mindset.
I did something similar. I sit on my balcony and just watch the city wake up. No phone, no distractions. It's surprisingly calming.
And it also trains patience. When nothing happens instantly, we learn to accept the pace of life naturally.
Exactly, Olivia. And sometimes boredom sparks creativity. Many of my best ideas came from quiet, seemingly boring moments.
Listeners, the key here is consistency. Even if you feel restless at first, keep practicing. Your mind will adapt and benefits will appear.
And remember, alone time is flexible. You can read, write, reflect, or just sit quietly, whatever works for you.
Michael, let's discuss practical ways to integrate alone time into our daily routines.
Sure. First, I suggest starting with short moments, like 10 to 15 minutes in the morning or evening. Even a short walk alone counts.
Yes, and you can combine it with activities you already do, like brewing coffee, exercising, or commuting. Focus your mind on your thoughts instead of distractions.
I also recommend journaling. Write down what you feel, your goals, or even random thoughts. It's a powerful way to understand yourself better.
Exactly. And for listeners who enjoy audio, listening to calming music or guided meditation can enhance your reflection time.
Yes, Olivia. And even daily chores can become reflective moments if done mindfully, washing dishes, tidying up, or cooking.
Right. The key is to be present and conscious during these moments. It transforms ordinary activities into opportunities for self awareness.
I noticed that after just a week of short, mindful alone moments, I felt calmer and more focused at work.
Yes, small, consistent practices build real long term benefits. It's not about hours of isolation, it's about quality and consistency.
And Olivia, don't forget outdoor time. Nature is incredibly restorative when experienced alone. Even a short walk in the park can reset your mind.
Absolutely. Observing trees, birds, or the sky quietly helps us reconnect with ourselves and our surroundings. One of the most interesting effects of alone time is how it boosts creativity. Have you experienced that?
Oh, yes, Olivia. When I spend time alone, my mind wanders freely without interruptions, and ideas flow naturally.
Exactly. For example, writing or sketching alone can lead to discoveries that never happen in a group setting.
Even problem solving works better. Without the pressure of immediate opinions, we can explore multiple solutions calmly.
Yes, and listening to music or nature sounds while alone can inspire new thoughts or projects.
I also noticed that alone time improves focus. We can dive deeper into a topic or skill without distractions.
Right. And it's not just for work or creativity. Even hobbies like cooking, drawing, or reading become more meaningful when done mindfully and alone.
Exactly. And Olivia, it also teaches self appreciation. We realize that we are capable and interesting, even without others around.
Listeners, integrating alone time into your routine nurtures creativity, focus, emotional clarity, and self confidence all at once.
Yes, and it's a skill we can cultivate gradually. Start small, remain consistent, and notice the benefits over time.
Absolutely. And remember, alone time is not isolation, it's about connection with yourself. Another thing I noticed about alone time is how it improves focus. Do you feel the same?
Definitely, Olivia. When I'm alone, distractions disappear. I can concentrate on one task fully without splitting my attention.
Yes. For example, I recently dedicated a morning to working on a project alone, and I finished tasks that usually take me 2 days.
Wow, that's impressive. I had a similar experience. I used alone time to brainstorm ideas for a presentation, and it came together much faster than expected.
Exactly. Alone time gives our brains space to process information deeply. Multitasking with constant interruptions rarely allows that.
And Olivia, I've also noticed that I feel less stressed when I work alone. There's no pressure or comparison with others.
Yes, it's liberating. When we remove external judgment, we naturally perform better and feel more confident about our output.
And it's not just work, even studying, reading, or planning personal goals is more productive during these quiet moments.
Listeners, the key takeaway is simple. Schedule short periods of focused alone time, even 20 to 30 minutes, to boost productivity and clarity.
Yes, consistency matters more than length. Small, regular blocks of alone time add up over weeks and months.
Michael, alone time is also a tool for managing emotions. How do you use it when you feel stressed?
I usually take a walk or sit quietly, observing my thoughts without judgment. It helps me calm down and understand what's really bothering me.
Exactly. Instead of reacting impulsively, we give ourselves a moment to think, which often leads to better decisions.
Yes, and sometimes I even talk to myself softly, like analyzing the situation out loud. It's surprisingly effective.
Haha, I do that too. Sometimes I realize solutions while talking to myself that I never saw before.
It also improves emotional awareness. We start noticing patterns in how we react and feel, which allows us to respond thoughtfully.
For instance, I realize I get frustrated when tasks pile up. Alone reflection helped me create small routines that prevent that feeling.
Yes, and mindfulness practices during alone time, even 5 minutes, can reduce anxiety and increase patience.
Listeners, alone time is a safe space to process emotions, think clearly, and reset mentally without pressure.
Exactly. And the beauty is that it's always available. No appointments, no schedules, just intentional moments with yourself.
Michael, I believe alone time can be a source of personal inspiration. Have you ever felt inspired while being alone?
Absolutely. Sometimes the quiet allows me to reflect on my goals, dreams, and what I truly want in life.
Yes. And it's amazing how solutions to problems often appear during these moments. The mind works differently when undisturbed.
I once had a big challenge at work. After an evening alone brainstorming quietly, I found a solution that impressed everyone.
Listeners, alone time can spark motivation, new ideas, and self discovery. It's a hidden treasure we often overlook.
Yes, and the best part is that inspiration comes naturally when we're calm, reflective, and focused.
And, Michael, another point. Alone time strengthens our self relationship. We start trusting ourselves more, relying less on external validation.
Exactly. When we learn to enjoy our own company, we also become more independent and confident in decision making.
Yes, and these insights carry over to every area of life: work, relationships, creativity, and personal growth.
Listeners, even a short moment each day to reflect, plan, or simply sit quietly can have profound effects on your life over time.
Michael, sometimes I realize I spend too much time on things that don't really matter. Alone time really helps me notice that.
Oh, I get that. Me too. It's funny how small moments alone make you see your patterns clearly.
For example, I used to scroll endlessly in the morning. Now I take 10 minutes to write down 3 small goals for the day.
I did something similar. Instead of checking messages right away, I read a short article or just enjoy my coffee.
It feels like reclaiming control over your day, doesn't it?
Definitely. Small, consistent actions really do add up. After a week, I feel more focused and motivated.
Even simple habits like stretching or a short walk during breaks can make a huge difference.
Haha, exactly. Small actions really do matter.
I've noticed that ideas come easier when I'm alone. It's like my mind finally gets some space.
Yes, sometimes my best solutions appear while I'm just making tea or walking around.
It's funny, right? People often think creativity needs noise or group brainstorming, but quiet moments work wonders.
And it doesn't feel forced. You just let your thoughts flow naturally and connections appear.
I keep a small notebook nearby. Whenever a thought pops up, I jot it down before I forget it.
Good idea. I use my phone for quick notes, projects, writing ideas, even recipes sometimes.
Alone time can turn even mundane activities into creativity boosters. Washing dishes? Suddenly I get story ideas.
Ha, I know. I've solved work problems while brushing my teeth before.
One thing I've realized is that spending time alone really makes me trust myself more.
Yes, when we enjoy our own company, we stop needing constant approval from others.
For example, I can calmly analyze the mistake, think of alternatives, and plan my next steps without feeling pressured.
Same here. Alone time gives space to recognize strengths and accept weaknesses without judgment.
It also helps in decision making. You stop second guessing everything when you listen to yourself.
And you realize you don't always need someone else's opinion to move forward. It's liberating.
Even 5 or 10 minutes of focused reflection a day can make a noticeable difference over time.
Yes, it's like exercising a muscle. Confidence grows gradually when practiced regularly.
Haha, and the best part is it's free, flexible, and always available whenever you need it. Michael, have you noticed how easy it is to get distracted these days? Notifications, emails, social media, everything competes for our attention.
Oh, definitely. Sometimes I spend 20 minutes scrolling and realize I haven't done anything productive.
Haha, same here. That's why I started using short focus sessions. 25 minutes fully focused, then a 5-minute break.
The Pomodoro technique, right? I tried it too, and it really helps me complete tasks without feeling overwhelmed.
Yes, and I also keep my phone in another room during work. It's amazing how much more I accomplish.
Exactly. Small adjustments make a big difference. Even simple habits like turning off notifications can improve focus.
Listeners, if you struggle with distraction, start with one tiny change today. It builds up over time.
Haha, one of victories. And after a week, you'll feel a lot more in control of your day.
Now, let's talk about communication. Being confident alone is great, but connecting with others is equally important.
Absolutely. I've noticed that practicing active listening makes a huge difference in conversations.
Yes, really paying attention, asking questions, showing interest, it's amazing how people respond positively.
And using simple words clearly rather than trying to sound fancy, that builds trust instantly.
Haha, sometimes I overthink my sentences and forget what I wanted to say. Simple is better.
Exactly. Also, small gestures like smiling or nodding can make the conversation warmer and more comfortable.
Listeners, try practicing with friends or colleagues. Notice the effect of clear communication and empathy.
It's real practice that goes beyond books. Life teaches you how people actually interact.
Michael, time management is one area many people struggle with. Even with good intentions, the day slips away.
Yes, I plan my day, but somehow still end up rushing at the last minute.
That's why I started categorizing tasks: urgent, important, and optional. It helps me focus on what really matters.
Good idea. I also try to batching tasks, similar tasks, together instead of randomly throughout the day.
Exactly. Little adjustments like this reduce stress and give more time for creative thinking or learning.
And remember to leave small pockets of free time. Surprises or interruptions happen, and flexibility keeps you sane.
Listeners, managing time wisely isn't about perfection. It's about understanding priorities and making choices consciously. I think the final point we should discuss today is mindset. Developing a growth mindset changes everything.
Yes, believing that abilities can improve with effort encourages trying new things instead of avoiding challenges.
Like, I used to avoid public speaking, but with practice and small steps, I feel much more confident now.
Same here, even small daily improvements add up. Learning from mistakes rather than fearing them is key.
It's also about curiosity, asking questions, exploring new topics, and not being afraid to admit what you don't know.
And celebrating progress, no matter how small. It keeps motivation alive and makes learning enjoyable.
Listeners, the takeaway is simple: keep growing, stay curious, and embrace challenges as opportunities.
Ha, and don't forget, it's okay to laugh at yourself sometimes. It makes the journey lighter and more fun.
That was such a great discussion about growth and learning, Michael. It's amazing how a positive mindset can truly change everything.
Absolutely. And it's something we can all keep working on every single day.
Wow, what an amazing conversation today. Michael, I really enjoyed talking with you about all these ideas.
Same here, Olivia. It was such a meaningful talk. I think our listeners will take away a lot from this episode.
I hope so too. And thank you, Michael, for sharing your thoughts and experiences. You always bring such great energy to our talks.
Thank you, Olivia. It's always a pleasure to join you and share ideas that might inspire someone out there.
And to our dear listeners, thank you so much for staying with us until the end. Your support means everything. If you enjoyed this episode, let us know in the comments what topic you'd like us to talk about next time. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, every small step counts. Until next time, take care and see you in the next episode.